2025 was an interesting year for Bristol County real estate. Now, prices kept moving up, homes still sold quickly, but we started to see early signs of a more balanced market. Now, in this video, I'll break down what actually happened in 2025 with some real data, some concrete number, and some examples, and what I expect for 2026, especially if you're thinking of buying or selling in the Bristol County area. So we're gonna break down prices, but before we get started, if you're looking to get a competitive edge as a seller or buyer in this upcoming 2026 market, shoot me a call, text, or email. I'd be happy to meet with you and come up with a game plan tailored to your exact goals and what you're looking to accomplish. So with that being said, let's get into it. According to Redfin data, the median sale price for homes in Bristol County was about $550,000 in late 2025. That's up about 10% year over year compared to 2024, which is solid appreciation for our area. For perspective, in October 2025, 438 homes sold here, which is up 15% from the prior year. And that really just tells us that demand remained real and people were still buying even with elevated interest rates. Now, some other data sources showed slightly different median values like Zillow, which reported an average of $524,000, which is still up 2% over the past year and typically going pending within 14 days. So the exact number depends on the data source you use, but the broader theme is still the same. Prices remain elevated and have generally increased in 2025. Now, real quick, I'm gonna keep these updates simple, real numbers, no fluff, and if that's helpful, hit like and subscribe and comment 2026 if you want my prediction for where Bristol County prices and inventory are headed next. Let's switch over to days on market and competition. So homes in Bristol County are still selling fast, but not breakneck fast like 2021 or 2022. Redfin data shows the median days on market is around 25, which is up a bit from the 23 days it took in the previous year. And in mid-year data, one report showed that 72% of homes sold within 30 days, and of those homes, 60% of those sold above asking price for that month alone. So even though pace isn't blistering, a strong majority of homes, when priced right of course, still generate quick interest and a bunch of competition. Now, one of the biggest factors driving how the market behaved in 2025 is going to be the fact that there was limited inventory. So even as sellers started to feel more cautious and fewer homes came up for sale, the overall count of homes for sale stayed relatively low compared to the buyer demand that was there. For example, Zillow's November 2025 data showed only around 1,000 active listings, with just about 402 new listings coming onto the market in late 2025. Now, that limited supply is a major reason prices stayed elevated and motivated buyers had to act fast. But of course, there's some nuance to it. While inventory is low overall, homes that were priced too high or poorly presented definitely lingered on the market longer than they would have in previous years. And we also started seeing affordability stress play a bigger role. Even with solid wage growth in parts of the region, mortgage rates in much of 2025 still stayed above 6%, which definitely stretched some buyer budgets, and the buyers who did act compared offers carefully and had to negotiate way harder than we saw in previous years. Now, this dynamic is something we'll dig into more in future videos because strategy matters more than ever in this market. And if you made it this far, congratulations, because if you're a buyer who's looking to make a move in 2026 or a seller who's looking to get top dollar for their property, we're offering free consultations to the first 10 clients that reach out to us in the beginning of the year for 2026. Now, let's talk about the new year and what to expect. So most forecasts from economists suggest that interest rates will remain relatively stable with only moderate decreases over the next year. Now that means we're unlikely to see dramatic price corrections. Instead, the market looks like it'll move toward a more slower and steadier growth. And here's how that plays out locally. If rates stay steady or dip modestly later in the year, more buyers could re-enter the market. And if inventory slowly increases as sellers become more confident, buyers will have more options and prices may slow down in the appreciation. Now the combined effect could be a more balanced market, not the crazy seller's market of recent years, but also not a downturn either. So what does this mean if you're selling or buying? So for sellers, homes that are priced strategically with professional photos and strong marketing will attract a large amount of interest. And if your home is prepared and positioned well from day one, you can still expect to get excellent results. As a buyer, you want to be prepared and be pre-approved. There's less frantic competition now, but good homes still get strong offers. And that's where working with a local market expert like myself really comes into play, because you want someone who can help you navigate pricing, timing, and strategy. Now, if you got value out of this video, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. That way you can stay up to date with the most relevant data in the Bristol Bristol County market. And if you have any questions about your specific neighborhood, price range, or plans for 2026, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to help. Take care.